Today I've got my Lego City update for August 2022, and we'll just start in the downtown section of the city, which has had quite a few changes as well as new additions, which we'll start with the big one, which I finally, after a little over 2 months of work on and off, I finally got the base floor of the Daily Bugle into my Lego City, and this wasn't actually the planned spot for it. I mean, I planned for it to go next to the Palace Cinema on the left side, but my original planned spot for both of those buildings was actually to put the Palace Cinema on the corner where the small construction site is, and then put the Daily Bugle where the light gray base plate is back there, and then leave that back one open for something else. Don't really know what, but leave it open for something else down the road. So that's obviously changed. So we'll see how that goes. And we've got the Sandman build as well as the taxi from the Bugle also added in as well as I've just left the figures just laying in there on the base floor. Haven't yet added in any of them in as a scene yet, other than Sandman, just because he comes with his own assembly. Same for the taxi driver. Probably just position him on top of the roof or something of the taxi. And then for the main part of the city, I've actually moved my detective's office back next to my Lego store, which was actually the planned placement for that, so really happy with that. Would like to put the bank somewhere else, but I would need to add a lot more in height to my bank, so that's where all those, even though it's just 15 of those masonry bricks, probably less actually because I used quite a few of them to correct my farm fencing, but hoping to actually get a few more floors, as well as I still need to part out that Harry Potter set, so hopefully using those pieces as well as maybe some extra parts from my collection, I can actually get it's going to be just an empty floor, but it's going to be just like a full, like a high ceiling floor, and it's going to match in height to my surrounding modular buildings. And I still need to expand at least my bank out by 3 studs, so that's going to be a future mock project. So the Minecraft shop won't need that, but the bank will, so that'll be down the road. So we'll see what happens there. And honestly, I might actually even swap the Parisian restaurant and the bank mock, swap their placements by the next city update just to make this consistent here, but we'll see. And then I moved my custom city square mock over to this side just because it is a lower single level mock, and then this mess of tiles here is actually meant for a holding spot, possibly for a future mock that I have the set for. I'm just not going to be opening it for a while just because I have another set open that I need to build. Hoping to start that soon, and hopefully it won't take as long as the build for the Bugle, so I'm taking probably a couple of days off from the Bugle to bust out the other set so I can get that done over the next couple of days. And then I've also moved the boutique hotel, so the art gallery and the hotel are right on the beach. And then I finally, after about 2 years or so, finally made my donut shop mock modular. So all of my mocks in my city are now modulars, which is great for me because that's been one of them that I've wanted to redo the interior, so now it'll make it a lot easier to do. So that'll be great to redo down the road. And then there's a few other small detail changes. And then we've got some plans for the other side, which I'm not entirely sure what's going on over there. But you can see over there by my mess of boxes, yes, I did finally get the grocery store set while out on my second vacation recently. Now the haul video for that is not going to be for a couple of more weeks, but that's just because I'm probably going to be doing my final shop at home order, because I have actually paid for the power features for my holiday train already, but we haven't actually placed the order yet on those, so I still need to do that. And I'm actually probably gonna wait until September to do that, if not mid-September, because there's a really good gift with purchase starting September 16th that could possibly go right into my mock grocery store, which I still need to rework a little bit, to downsize it just a little bit so it fits right onto a base plate with tiles if I want to work it into a 16 by 32 or a 32 by 32 setting so that it fits with my modulars, because it is going to stay a single level, so it'll finish off the single level row of buildings. So that's a big thing for me. I want to finish that off with the grocery store set. And the other thing was, I was either going to place it there, or I was actually thinking of placing it next to my fire station, replacing those 2 slope bricks off my fire station with just standard red bricks. But we'll see. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to be placing it across the street from my townhouse toy store setup. But then the other change you can see with my passenger train is from the recent pick-a-brick that I got. I completely tiled off the top of my train, which is something I've wanted to do since I got the train back in 2018. And my 2023 planned pick-a-brick is actually to make a dummy version of the engine, just without the features for the power, and turn that into another passenger car that also finishes off the look of the train without doubling the length of the train, because I don't want to double the length of my passenger train, but I want to finish off the look. So that'll kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone there for me. And I'm going to continue the big thick stripe across that part of the extension as well. So whenever I do that at some point. And then we've got a new addition for the farm as well. I added in finally a chicken pen and finished off my sheep and pig pens are properly done, and then moved the vegetable garden from the food truck. This is no longer a community garden in the city. I moved that over to the farm as well. So that's all done. And so that is really great. So the farm is just about done. I just need to get back that green base plate that's got all the tiles on it so that that can finish off and I can get a 32 by 64 base plate area, forest area. Or really it's going to be a 32 by 32 and then about a, like, I think it's going to be, I think right now we're sitting on 64 by, I think it's, right now it's about 232 by 32 base plates by about 432 by 32 base plates, but it's going to be 2 by 5 32 by 32 base plates once the full farm setup is done, because I'm going to move the silo back a 32 by 32 base plate, so the forest itself is going to be still a 32 by 32 base plate, possibly. Forest police station's still going to get moved, and then the amusement park probably early 2023 or late this year is going to be getting a little bit of a redo. Not completely, like not involving the rides, but it's going to be getting a bit of a change. As you can see with the train station, that's going to be getting moved somewhere else in the city. So a lot of plans going on right now for the city. So that's pretty much everything that I have currently running through my head when it comes to my Lego City. So you guys can tell me your thoughts on this video in the comment section below, and just like and subscribe for more, because I will do more in the future.